Rise and ground, folks. Guys, I got another condenser to slap in today. I believe I came out here a few months ago. Guys, we got so many freaking estimates that was pending. I'm talking like before the 454B thing. It's weird, guys. Like I said, I can sum this up in a nutshell right here. We can go out for an estimate in January, right, in the winter for the AC, and the customer could say, hey, I'm saving up, for the AC. I'll call you back in the spring. Most of the time, like I said, that job closes like within a month of us going out. But sometimes, like I said, guys, you can get that customer that calls you and say, hey, you guys came out for the estimate 5 months ago. Now we're ready to pull the trigger to get it done. So guys, like as a result, I'll say that to say this, as a result, we have a lot more estimates than most of our suppliers have equipment for. So guys, at this point, I believe this customer, she definitely wanted to get the outside unit done because I think she had compressor issues. I think I came out there for an estimate, guys. I put this one on the video. I came out for an estimate. She has the unit in the attic, and I believe we came out to replace the capacitor like maybe less than 2 years ago. It was a no AC call, and guys, this customer called yesterday and said that the unit stopped working again outside. So she definitely wants to get the condenser replaced. So guys, we're rocking out right now. We got everything in the truck. We're ready to get this unit swapped out. I'll see y'all when I get there. All right, guys. This is I believe this is a 2.5 ton straight AC unit. And guys, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna keep this whip. And that's one thing I forgot to mention on the previous install. Typically, if the whip is like newer like this and everything is still intact, and also if the whip is long enough, this is a 4-foot whip. A 6-footer will get us further over, but the orientation of the new unit will face the same way. I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference. And we got serviceability. This isn't facing a back corner. So I'm gonna keep this 4-foot whip, and this disconnect is still in good shape. I just gotta fasten this to the wall a little bit more. And yeah, guys, we got everything cut. And now I gotta get my hand truck and let's get this out the way. With the new unit, we will definitely have to do some serious leveling. I may have to put a brick on the back side because it's kind of sloped back towards the front. But all right, we'll figure something out. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Luckily, I found a few spare pieces of 2x4 in the back of the shed here. But from what you can see, this part is leveled, but there's definitely a hole in the ground towards the front of the unit. So as a result, the front of the old unit was definitely pitched back. But I got a couple pieces on this side and that side, and I raised the pitch, and all 4 sides are level. But all right, now let's bring the new unit on this pad and let's start dry fitting the outside unit. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough space to put my filter dryer out here. I may have to put my filter dryer inside. And we got our own sound system. This dog has been barking all morning. Take it easy, buddy. Take it easy. Take it easy, okay? Take it easy. All right, guys, let me get what I gotta get. I'll be back. What's going on, guys? Guys, I got everything breezed in out here. And also, we replaced the filter dryer inside. Inside is a slab coil. You guys seen that from before when I was here for the estimate. But we got the slab, we got the filter dryer in. Now I got to put my Schrader pins back in, and we're going to pressurize this bad boy. Now guys, one thing I got to mention, this is not 410A. This is going to be NU22. So guys, it's not the condenser that we have to worry about when we pressurize it. It's the evap coil. Usually we pressurize coils, I'm talking split systems, we pressurize it up to 400. I can't do that inside because it's probably going to blow the coil. So guys, that's one thing you got to understand. If you're doing 410A systems, you can pressurize up to 400, but anything with R22 or drop-ins for R22, 400 PSI, it could probably work with a condenser, but with the evap coil, it's probably going to blow the joints right out the coil. So I'm probably going to do like maybe a 250, 260. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I might do like a 230, give or take, around there. I'm definitely not going to do 300, guys. I want to be on the safe side, but after I pressurize it, I'm going to pull a good vacuum, and while I put this thing in a vacuum, I'm going to work on my electric, and I'm going to get this squared away. But all right, guys, I'm just hooking up my extension cord. Let me put my pins in and let me pressurize it. I'll be back. Guys, I'll be a monkey's uncle. I stand to be corrected here, guys. I thought that R22 evap coils was pressure tested at like 200, but I looked online and it says that even though the operating pressures for R22 evap coils are like 70 to 75 PSI, the testing pressure is between 300 and 400, guys. So this gives me some leeway to add a little bit more pressure in here. Most importantly, I want to pressure test the line set to make sure that the lines are okay. And guys, right now, I got this pressure tested up to 300. I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit, and I'm gonna set the ladder up upstairs to make sure I don't hear any hissing or anything like that. But guys, hang tight. I'm gonna have this thing sit under pressure for like 10 minutes, and I'll let you know how she holds up. I'll be right back. All right, guys. She still held pressure. Cool. All right, guys, let me put my pins back in and let's pull this vacuum. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys, I got my pins in. I got my vacuum pump on. Honorable mention for you DeWalt boys. Look, I understand if you guys rock with Milwaukee. I do too, up to a certain extent, until the job really matters. If you guys are out there doing installs or any repairs that last a long time and you guys want to throw on some music, make sure you go to your local Home Depot and pick you up a DeWalt radio. I think that one, I bought that a few years back. That one had to have been at least, what, maybe 50 or 60 bucks. But like I said, guys, that just like with any tool, you take care of it. And like I said, guys, I don't have to worry about an outlet. Just make sure you got additional batteries and you're good to go. And also, we lucked out. This customer had a 4-port receptacle on the outside. So guys, cool. So far, so good. But all right, guys, let me tie this electric in and I will be right back. That dog vibing to my music. Watch this. Bark if you can hear me. Bark if you like it. All right. Cool. All right, guys. I got to get some wire nuts. I tied my 230 in, and like I said, guys, this is a 4-foot width. So if I had to turn this unit outward, I think I would have had to maybe use a bigger whip, probably a 6-footer, but 4 is adequate for what we want to do. But guys, let me get some wire nuts and let me finish tying this electric in. I will be right back. Say what's up, doggy. All right, I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm just dialing in the charge. We had this thing in a vacuum for almost an hour. I had to clean everything up inside. And I got a 40-degree coil. And one thing I do like about NU22, the pressures are more similar to R22 than 407 is to 22. So like I said, guys, I had nothing against 407. It started to become a disadvantage for us years prior. So that was our first retrofit that we actually did. Once we stopped buying 22, was we started doing 407C like maybe 3 years ago. But like I said, guys, due to high head pressure, we've been using NU22 now for about what, almost 2 years, and like I said, so far no issues. So, but all right, guys, let me unhook my gauges. I gotta clean some stuff up back here, I just turned this unit on like maybe 10 minutes ago. I got a 20-degree split inside. So guys, what I'm gonna do is I gotta clean up out here, and then I gotta replace the filter inside. Let me pack up, I'll be right back. All right, guys. Everything's rocking and rolling. Everything's copacetic. Another thing I did was I flushed my drains from out here. I hooked up my wet vac, and I made sure my drains were okay. Consider that like a pre-maintenance, just to make sure everything's okay. I know we didn't come out here for the maintenance so far, because unfortunately this unit had issues before they fired it up last week. But yeah, guys, I'm glad we got this unit rocking and rolling. So now, moving forward, this customer don't have to deal with any other issues in regards to AC. Inside, she has a boiler in the basement, and I believe she has perimeter baseboards in the house. There's no radiators, but we already looked at that boiler. I believe this past fall, everything's okay. I think that boiler is probably like 10 years old or less, so that boiler is still relatively new. But having a newer boiler and a new AC, now this customer can finally scratch this off the list, and she's good to go. But all right, guys, I gotta rock out. I gotta get to another call. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.